Two questions. First is for Jamie and Mark. You two clicked very quickly, it seemed. When did y'all realize that you were going down a dark, creepy, interesting path with that, whole thing, the trial thing?
The moment I met him, I knew he was dark and creepy.
Yeah. No, Mark is, talk about first impressions. He's the most disarming person you'll ever meet because he just, bold as brass, sort of strode up. He wasn't even in his scene, I think. He just came to set and was hanging out.
They're all my fucking scenes.
You really weren't in this scene at all. And he was just there, and I was like, who's that guy? No. My first impression was, I was in LA. I wasn't there for the read-through. So I didn't know who they cast. And we were reading the script, and suddenly this, Roman Atkins's character comes on, and then there's this voice on the other end of the line,
Tom just texted him, put the phone down. He was playing with my phone and my friend just texted him,
put the phone down. Anyway, I first met Mark just as a voice and I was like, wow, who is that actor? It sounds British. Maybe I know him, and I didn't. Anyway, he walked up to me on set and just like, Mark does, walked straight up to you, no complication, just straight direct, said, listen, I just love this show, you are so great. And, what can you do? I was completely disarmed, and I enjoyed every second of working with him, and I think that shows on the screen. There was a fascination between the two characters, and it was a new sort of mentor for Lee, as if he doesn't have enough already. But we had a blast, and obviously we got a lot of common. We're now neighbours and buddies, and our wives are friends, and that's been a great asset for me personally. But he's an amazing man. He's a great actor, first and foremost. But even more than that, he's the most, disarming is the word, he's just open, and so he's not shady and not slimy and not any of the things that you might think he is. And he's so good at doing it. What an actor, what a stretch. What a Roman, all that.
I tell you, I was truly terrified. It was the most intimidating thing ever, to walk on a show that you love, written by people that you love and respect, and to be dumped in with 54 pages of dialogue amongst a bunch of actors who don't know you. And the first look is, so who's this asshole that's got all this dialogue?
That is definitely the first thought. We all have it. Who does he think he is?
And but it was from moment one, scene with Eddie and Mary set the tone. Set the tone for just like the biggest love fest I've ever had as a bunch of actors. Like Richard says, there's an element to this cast. I saw Aaron at his worst. You were sick as a pig. Aaron, you were sick. I've got my phone there, guys. Calling Germany as the day I met you, you were sick as a pig on the set. It's incredible, but I've got to know you a bit better since then.
How are you feeling today, Aaron?
Feeling no pain? But I gotta say, I'm a little bit of an outsider to this, but I've been made part of a family, and it's a family I always wanted to be in. That's the creepy thing.
That is creepy.
Yeah, it is.
He stalked us. He let you in.
Can I be a Cylon? Can I be a Cylon? That was my mantra for like 2 years. And Ryan goes, I don't know about being a Cylon, but we've got this really interesting sort of character at the end of the year you might want to do. And it was like, it's just amazing. To watch these guys work from the ground up. I don't think I've met an extra on that show who isn't incredible. Every single person on that show, just there's something about the camaraderie and the feel and the want and desire to make the best piece of television possible. And the fans, the fans echo that. I'm blessed to be part of it.
My second question is for Kevin. Last year you... We love you, Aaron. Last year you pointed out several things that Battlestar did right in your mind. Have they done anything totally off the wall that you wanted to needed to correct?
The question was, has Battlestar done anything that off the wall that I wanted to correct? Last year, I also mentioned that you don't want spoilers for season 3, and in particular, I had one thing in mind, which the jump. The jump Exodus Part 2. When that occurred, when I read the script, I said in my notes for that script about the jump into the atmosphere and the plummet, and I said pretty much exactly this. I said I'd be remiss in my job as science advisor to point out that this couldn't happen because Galactica would break up like Columbia did, but owing to the high coolness factor, go for it. No, they actually, as far as the science goes, there's nothing that I go, oh, please don't do that. No, they do a good job listening. That's the level. It's something that's maybe not totally plausible, but so cool that I'm not going to speak up to that. Are you kidding me? And even if there was something that's heinous, I'm still not going to speak up because I got half a season left. It's great. They do listen to me, and it's very, very satisfying.
Two things. First off, I want to say to all the actors, you are first-rate actors and you do a phenomenal job of your characters, and I just applaud each of you. And my question is actually to Kevin. I have to ask this. The FTL jump, is that really based on like space evolving, or is that going to be explained exactly what it's based on in the series, or?
I didn't.
The FTL jump, is that based on space evolving, or is there anything technical behind that that could be explained in the season coming up, or anything you can say about that, or?
Well, I've been asked that a lot. A lot of people ask me how FTL works, and my standard response has always been, as long as it could be a plot point, I'm not going there. I will say that I spent all night in a hotel room in Vancouver trying to figure that out, so we do have a in-house. In-house, we know how that works. Until it actually, whether or not it may come out in the series, I'm more than told that.
It's Richie Cunningham, isn't it?
No, I just play one on TV. I'm sorry I didn't answer your question to the degree you wanted, but next year, if I'm invited back. And that's not looking too good.
You'll be here. Just we won't.
What's your favorite Cylon model?
Yeah, it's Aaron.